I'm no millionaire, but I'm not the type to care, 'cause I've got a pocket full of dreams. It's my universe, even with an empty purse, 'cause I've got a pocket full of dreams. I would take the wealth on Wall Street for a road where nature trods, and I calculate that I am worth my weight in goldenrod. Lucky, lucky me, I can live in luxury, 'cause I've got a pocket full of dreams.
Every night of the week. I think they're marvelous.
Oh, they are, aren't they? But of course, just walking inside any theater gives me a thrill.
Well, it's been so lovely, Tony. I hate to have it over.
Oh, is it over? Oh, do I have to go right away?
Not if you don't want to.
No, I don't.
Would you like a cold drink?
Oh, wonderful.
I'll see what's in the icebox. Care to come along?
Oh, I'd follow you to the ends of the earth.
Just the kitchen's fine. Lucky you are not hungry, Mr. K. An icebox full of cornflakes. That gives you a rough idea of the sycamores.
I never understood why they make these bottles so difficult to open. All over my coat.
I'll take mine in a glass, if you don't mind.
Of course you would. There you are. A foaming beaker.
Anyhow, it's cold.
Now, if you'll please be seated, Miss Sycamore, I'd like to offer you a toast.
But I am seated.
Oh. Miss Sycamore, to you.
Thank you, Mr. Kirby. To you.
You know something?
What?
Oh, I wouldn't trade 1 minute for this evening for all the rice in China.
Really?
Cross my heart.
Is there much rice in China?
Oh, terrific. Say, didn't you read The Good Earth? No, well, I suppose I ought to be going.
Is it very late?
Oh, very. Oh, I don't want to go.
I don't want you to.
All right. I won't. So when do you get your vacation?
The last 2 weeks in August.
Really? Well, I might take mine then, too.
Really?
What do you think you're going to do?
Well, I hadn't thought much about it.
Oh, well, going away, don't you think?
I might not. I always like the city in the summertime.
I do, too.
But you always go up to Maine, don't you?
Oh. Oh, that's right. Oh, but I'm sure I would like the city in the summertime if... Oh, you know what I mean, Alice? I'd love it if you were here.
It'd be nice if you were here, Tony.
Oh, you know what you're saying, don't you?
What?
That you'd rather spend the summer with me than anybody else.
Am I?
Oh, well, if it's true about the summer, how do you feel about the winter?
I think I might like that, too.
Oh, and then there's spring and autumn. You can see your way clear about those, Miss Sycamore.
I might.
Oh, well, that is the whole year. We haven't forgotten anything, have we?
No.
Well, then.
Oh, Alice, dear. Is that you? What time is it?
Oh.
Sorry, Mr. Kirby. I didn't mean to interrupt any.
Oh, no, not at all, Mrs. Sycamore.
Well, I just came down for a manuscript, and then you can go right ahead.
That's all right.
Here it is. Sex takes a holiday. Well, good night, Miss Tony.
Good night, Mrs. Sycamore.
Oh, you can call me Penny, don't you think, Alice? At least I hope so. Good night.
Good night. Oh, jeez, what was that?
It's all right, Tony. That's Father.
Oh. It's this time of night.
Any time of night. Any time of day.
Oh, you know, Oh, you're more lovely, more adorable than anybody else in the whole world.
Don't, Tony.
What? Oh, just because your mother. Oh, mothers are like that, Alice. And Penny's a darling. Oh, you see him even calling her Penny.
That's not what I mean. Look, this is something I should have said a long time ago, but, well, I didn't have the courage.
All right.
I let myself be swept away because I loved you so.
Darling.
No, wait, Tony, listen. I want to make this clear to you. You're of a whole different world. A whole different kind of people, even. I don't mean money or socially. It's just silly. It's your family and mine. It just wouldn't work.
All right. Have it your way. She can't dance. That's why they pay her all that money. Because she can't dance.
Well, I don't call that dancing what she does. Oh, hello. How was the ballet?
It was fine, Essie.
It was wonderful. Hello there. Hello.
Look, folks, what do you think? We just came back from seeing Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Do you think she can dance, Mr. Kirby?
Oh, yes. I always thought so.
But what does she do, anyhow? Now look, Mr. Kirby, you're Fred Astaire, and I'm Ginger Rogers.
Oh,
Essie,
all right.
please.
Oh, I only want to use him for a minute. Now look, Mr. Kirby.
Yep, Essie, you dance just like Ginger Rogers. We all agree.
You see, Ed?
Yes. Come on, Essie, we're butting in here.
But they've been together all evening.
Oh.
Well, good night, Mr. Kirby.
Good night, Mrs. Carmichael.
Good night, Alice.
Good night, Essie.
Good night. Essie, can you ask Grandpa about us having a baby?
Oh, yes. He said go right ahead.
You see what I mean? That's what it would be like.
Oh, I didn't mind that. Oh, look, anyhow, we're not going to be living with your family. It's just you and I.
No, it isn't.
Oh.
It's never quite like that. Some people could break away, but I couldn't. I know they do rather strange things, but they're gay and they're fun and, well, I don't know, there's a sort of nobility about them.
Oh, Alice, you talk as though you could understand them. All right, that's not true. Why, every family has got curious little traits. You know, what of it? My father raises orchids at $10,000 a bulb. Is that sensible? My mother believes in spiritualism. All right? I think that's just as bad as your mother writing plays, isn't it?
It goes deeper, Tony.
Oh.
Your mother believes in spiritualism because it's fashionable. And your father raises orchids because he can afford to. My mother writes plays because 8 years ago a typewriter was delivered here by mistake.
But darling, what of it?
And look at Grandpa. 35 years ago, he just quit business one day. He was on his way up to his office in the elevator and he just came right back down again. He just stopped. He could have been a rich man, but he said it took too much time. So for 35 years, he's just collected snakes and gone to circuses and commencements.
Hello, children.
Hi, Grandpa.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Vanderhoff.
What's the weather like? Another nice summer evening?
It's lovely, Grandpa.
Oh, well, I gotta be going. Bye, Mr. Kirby. I've got a date with a policeman on the corner.
Oh, policeman.
Oh, it's a long-standing date. 12:30 every night. You know, I knew him ever since he was a boy. He really was a doctor, but after he graduated, he came to me and said, you know, I think I'd rather be a policeman. Well, I said, well, go ahead and be one. And so we did. How do you like my hat?
Oh, it's very nice, Mr. Vanderhoff.
I like it. The government gave it to me.
Oh, Alice. No, I think you're worrying about something that...
Excuse me, I didn't know you folks was in here.
Oh, no.
All right, Donald.
Reba said there was some candy in here, and I just... Oh, look, there it is. Well,
Oh.
you don't want any of it, do you?
Oh, no, no.
Donald.
Oh. So you have a nice evening?
Yes, Donald.
Nice dinner?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Donald.
Was the ballet nice?
Yes, Donald.
That's nice.
Now, do you see what I mean? Could you explain Donald to your parents? Could you explain, Grandpa? You couldn't, Tony. You couldn't. I love you, but I love them too, and it's just no use. It's no use.
There's only one thing you've said that matters. That makes any sense at all. And that's that you love me.
But Tony, I know so well.
But darling, don't you think other people have had the same problem? Everybody's got a family.
Not like mine.
Well, that doesn't stop people who love each other. Darling, won't you go on trusting me and loving me and forget everything else?
How can I?
Because nothing can keep us apart. You know that. You must know it. Well, they want you to be happy, don't they? Well, they must.
Well, of course they do, but they can't change, Tony, and I wouldn't want them to.
They won't have to change. They are charming, lovable people just as they are. Everything will work out, all right? You're worrying about something that may never happen.
Am I?
All that matters right now is that we love each other. Now that's so, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well then. Now I like to see a little gaiety around here. All right, young gentlemen calling and getting engaged and everything.
Well, what do I say?
Oh, well, first you thank the young man for getting engaged to you.
Thank you, Mr. Kirby, for getting engaged to me.
Oh, you're welcome. And then you tell him what it was about him that first took your girlish heart.
The back of your head.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. It wasn't your money or your charm. It was the back of your head. I don't know. I just liked it.
What happened when I turned around?
Well, I got used to that after a while.
Oh. Well, think of it, Alice. We're pretty lucky, aren't we?
I know I am. I'm the luckiest girl in the world.
I'm not exactly unlucky myself. Good night, darling. Until tomorrow.
Good night, Tony.
Isn't it wonderful we work in the same office? Otherwise, I'd be hanging around here all day.
Won't it be funny when we come in tomorrow and we act as if nothing had happened?
Oh, thank God I'm vice president. I could dictate to you all day. I love you. I love you. I love you.
You're such a fool.
Now, why don't you meet me in the drugstore in the morning? I have a million things to say to you. And then lunch and then dinner tomorrow night.
What will people say?
Oh, well, it's got to come out sometime. In fact, if you know a good housetop, I'd like to do a little shouting.
Yes, sir, Mr. DePino, we did a good night's work.
Well, let's see now. There was 500 Black Panthers, 300 willow trees, and 8 dozen junior key bombers.
Pretty good.
Oh,
Oh, why, hello, Alice. You just come in?
No, I've been home quite a while.
Have a nice evening?
Oh, I had a lovely evening, Father.
Say, I'd like you to take a look at this new red fire.
What, Father?
Take a look at this new red fire. It's beautiful. There, what do you think of it? Isn't it beautiful?
Yes, Father. Oh, everything's beautiful. It's the most beautiful red fire in the world.
Our romance won't end on a sorrowful note. Oh, by tomorrow will come. The song is ended, but as the songwriter goes, the melody...
We will now take a short break as the Sycamore household prepares for a brand new day. You can use this break to get your split raffle tickets and get some ice cream and a beverage, Hamburg Theater Under the Stars hot dogs, or burgers or Italian sausage. When you hear the music, it will be time to rejoin the Sycamores.